India Live. Hey everyone, I welcome you to a wonderful session organized by Dev Goa on the occasion of International Women's Day. I'm sure everyone here has heard this at least once in their life that behind every successful man, there's a woman. And I'm lucky to have three women in my life. I look up to many women leaders in tech, like Sheryl Sandberg and Susan Wojcicki, Amy Woods, Roshni Malhotra. And our panelists have actually interacted with some of them, which is really great. So let us get to know our panel members and learn and get inspired by their journey in tech. I'm your host Salil Naik in conversation with some of my favorite girls in technology. So we have Saloni Garg with us. She is the recipient of International Women in Open Source Award as well as Google Venkat Scholarship. She is also Mozilla Open leader, and I'm a huge fan of her. I guess I should also mention that she is always there to guide me. I welcome you, Saloni.
Thanks a lot, Salil. Happy to be here. Thanks for having
Happy
me.
to have you here. Yeah, and then we have Soumya Singh. Soumya is an SD intern at Reddit and also the winner of Google Connect and Smart India Hackathon. I suggest you all check her LinkedIn profile after the session because I'm sure you will be inspired just by looking at the amount of work she has done. I welcome you, Soumya.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah. Then we have Khushbu. Khushbu Goyal is the youngest one on the panel. Khushbu is a Google WTF scholar, Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and a YouTuber. You should all check out her YouTube channel. Welcome, Khushbu.
Thanks a lot for having me here.
Yeah.
I'm really
And
excited.
yeah. So first of all, happy Women's Day to all of you. So I rolled a form with our viewers, and some of them asked us the question. So I'm going to ask the same questions to you. Okay. So the first question which they asked is, how does having a mentor or a role model helps? Maybe we could start with Saloni.
Yep.
Yeah.
So having a mentor is indeed very important in your journey, in your career. And but I didn't have any mentor, so I don't think I can, add some useful points to this conversation. But I'm sure having a mentor would be very
Mhm.
much helpful. Maybe you
Yeah.
girls who have had a mentor can share.
Yes, of
Yes.
course. Uh, of course, having a mentor is really a boon, I would say. Mentor is a person who help you in taking up the right path at a time when you are in a dilemma that what should I do, what should I not do. Like as a beginner in tech, you will sometimes face the issue that should I go in web, should I go in Android, should I simply do data structure and all. So in all these dilemmas, and apart from these basic dilemma, at every point of time you will have some doubts which you want to be cleared from a person who is good into that particular thing. And I'm fortunate enough that at every point of time I had got amazing mentors, be it like here in Red Hat I have really a great team with which I'm working, and the mentors I have got, they are really amazing. So the way they support, the way they guide you, that really helps you. And I have learned a lot from all my mentors, be it women mentor, be it men mentor. I have really got a lot of amazing knowledge from each one of them. And I don't feel shy, I don't hesitate to say that they have played a very significant role in who I am today. So I would say thank you to all my mentors who have been guiding me for choosing the right direction at every point of time. And Harshad Dwivedi, if you know him, I'm not sure. So he has been really a great guide for me. And yeah, that's what I would that's what that's what my point of view is regarding mentors. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great to hear, Soumya. Maybe Khushbu, you can tell about your
Yeah.
mentors.
So, like at every point of time, I always had some or any other mentor, and I really feel like it is really, really important for us to actually have a mentor. It doesn't need to be someone who is, personally guiding you, but it can be virtual. There can be someone who really inspires you and whom you admire a lot, and just by watching their work, you feel inspired and you are learning from them. So not personal, but I have had a lot of like mentors that were virtual, like just looking at their work used to inspire me. And I always feel like it is really important for us to find a good, community around us and a good circle. So when I was in like I started college like last year, I didn't had like much of a good seniors, I would say. I can't say that, but like that's the thing. Like I really felt sometimes misguided. So I had to really go out of my comfort zone to talk to a lot of people, so that finally I could find some people who actually aligned with my point of view, and they were actually guiding me towards the how I can be better, and they were not like just putting their thoughts on me and putting their like point of view on me. And they really told me that okay, this how skills matter and how you can be like an extrovert and how you can do different stuff, and it's okay. And it's okay to do different things than what everyone else is doing. It's okay to feel a little bit different. And this is why like I get a lot of DMs every day like, the you had a mentor, you had a brother, but I don't have anyone. So how can I, how can I learn? So that's like really my YouTube channel is all about. I really like to share each and every like thing happening in my life, like each and every learning, each and every experience, be it interview, scholarship, anything, hackathon. So that like they can have someone who is like virtually telling you, they can have someone whom experience they can share, and they can feel like okay, I'm not alone, I'm not only one who got rejected, I'm not only one who got failed, or I'm not only one who is not able to understand the question in the first go itself. So that's why I really feel it is very important to have a mentor. And you should really have some people around you whom you like look up to and get like inspire from them.
Very true, Khushbu. Talking about virtual mentors, Saloni Greg is actually my virtual mentor because most of the things I just looked up to her and tried to imitate her. That's how I got into open source. And
Oh,
talking about open source, Soumya and Saloni, you both have been active participants, right? So being part of this culture, what doors and opportunities did it open for you?
well, open source has been a critical part of my college journey because this is something I used to, spare time for. I didn't used to study for subjects like academic subjects, and rather I'd used to do just open source contribution. I didn't have any, I didn't have this in mind that this will give me some opportunities or this will open some doors for me. It all happened very, uh, I'd say, all by itself. I didn't have this in mind. I didn't have this path that this things, all this will follow. But this happened by itself. But what my motive behind contributions to open source was that it was quite interesting to see some large scale projects in real life, and a lot of people using them, and a lot of people actually contributing to them from different parts of the world. The the most important thing that I liked about open source and that attracted me towards it was that people from different countries were just collaborating without any personal without any personal, I'd say, benefit, and just collaborating to contribute something to a larger, to a thing larger than life, I'd say. So this was something, yeah, I had in mind. But
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, but you'd
Yeah,
never
yeah,
know.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Kamya.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying that you'll never know how things will end up, how things will take a turn. So for me, it
Exactly.
was like I just kept contributing to open source, and then suddenly I was nominated for this thing, Google Venkat Scholarship. There was a friend who told me about this and asked me to apply, and I applied. And I think that my profile was strong, like stronger than the other candidates, only because of this open source contribution. And then I received this award, Women in Open Source, only because of open source contributions that at one point in time I had made without anything in mind. So just go on doing whatever you feel is good for you, and you'll never know how things will end up.
Yeah. It's amazing. Soumya?
It's very well put, Saloni. Open source has been in my life a game changer, I would say. I love open source because that's the place where no one is going to ask you from where you are, from which college you belong to, from which country you are. Like, whatever your age is, whatever your gender is, if you are open to contribute to the project, then you are most welcome. Everyone out there in the community is so amazing, they are so helping, and I really love the way so many people are contributing to a single project. The collaboration opportunity, the networking opportunity that you get at open source is really outstanding, and that's a place where you get the chance to work on some real world softwares, right? Like before actually entering into open source world, I tried like I have been working with some several startups. I worked as an intern in different companies, but obviously they were also very much helpful in helping me understand the concept of computer fundamentals and understanding the if it's Android or whatever. So they helped me a lot. But when I came here in open source, it helped me in understanding things at a very better level, at a good level, I would say. And here you are working with those people who are there in the industry from past like 15 years, 19 years. They have a very beautiful idea of how to maintain a big project. They know how to write clean code, and they really, the way they all guided me, it was awesome. And yes, open source helped me a lot in understanding how the industry actually works, and what it means to contribute to a real world software. Without even entering into IT industry, I got the exposure to how it works, and that is because of open source. I would say it's one of the best thing that you can do in your college life. So that's really an awesome thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Kushbu, are you into open source by any chance?
Yeah. So, like last year, I tried this. There is a program that is called Girl Script Summer of Code. So that was the first time I got to know, introduced to the term open source, and then I just applied and then I contributed, and that was my first interaction.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Soumya, what advice would you give to the newbies who are just trying to get into open source?
Yeah.
Okay. The advice to newbies or to anyone for getting into open source, it does not matter even if you are not very much strong in any technical skill. Don't be scared if you are not a good web developer, not a good Android developer, if you don't know ML, or even if you don't like to code. It's okay, it's perfect. In open source, there are many other ways by which you can contribute. There is documentation. You can help the community on their project by doing some research work, outreach research work is there, documentation, designing is there, UI UX way you can contribute. So there are a lot of way, plenty of ways by which you can contribute to the open source projects. Just go and like introduce yourself in the open source community out there, and ask them that how can I help. Like tell them that okay, I'm not very much into Java or any coding stuff, so but I am willing to contribute to the project, so tell me how can I contribute. And a very simple way is to check the good first issue. Like if you go and open any project, any open source project, then you would see issues section over there on GitHub. Click on that, and there are some labels. You will see something like labels. When you will click there, you will see several labels, several tags. You can check out the easy issues or good first issue, beginner issues, and surely that will help you a lot. So this is very important to understand, because I have seen many of my juniors asking me this question that Soumya Di, I want to contribute to open source, but right now I'm in first year and I just know like little bit of C++ from 12th class, and how should I contribute? Like, will they allow me? I like so Of course they will allow you. Like I have been answering this many times. Of course they will allow you. Just show your willingness that you want to contribute to and learn while contributing. When you will be contributing to those projects, you will definitely, you will for sure learn a lot many things, right? So yes, that is my advice to everyone out there. Don't hesitate. Don't feel what others will think if I will ask any question to them. It's completely okay to ask questions. In the starting, everyone has, like when I was beginner in open source, obviously I had a lot of question, like obviously what is Git, how to contribute, how to make first PR, and all those questions, right? So it's completely okay to have doubts in your mind. Just ask those doubts. It, like, your mentor or anyone in the community will not get offended. Trust me, they will not get offended by your questions. Instead, they will love that you want to contribute here and you are so eager that you are asking questions. So these are some important points that you should keep in mind, and go ahead, contribute, learn. This is an awesome opportunity. Yes. You are on mute, Sally. Yeah.
Sorry. Saloni, would you like to add anything to that? I mean, of course,
Sure.
Soumya spoke for almost 5 minutes and told each and every aspect of open source. But if there's anything you would like to add, you're free to.
Yeah. Soumya covered this very well. Thanks, Soumya.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd like to add is, for starting into open source, one thing that you should probably start with is GitHub. Familiarize yourself with GitHub. Learn how the Git workflow works, and some basic commands that would help you so much in understanding how projects are, how the contribution process works. So that would be a good first step. Other than that, you can start with the projects who have good documentation. Since there are so many projects to get started with, I think major, organizations like Wikimedia or Mozilla or even Red Hat, all these projects have very good documentation. So this can be a good first step to familiarize yourself with the, project before starting. Yep, and you can
Yeah.
start with the programs like Hacktoberfest, where it's specifically focused on beginners. So this can be a good starting point as well.
Yes, very true. So we have one question. Jagra asks, can you tell me something about the projects you worked on and the approach you took from start to finish? Soumya or Saloni?
Some you want to go first?
Okay, so the question is, I was actually reading the question. It's quite long now. So, can you tell me about some projects you have worked on and the approach you took from start to finish in open source? Okay, so let me tell you, like, if you are, it's very first of all, it's very important to like choose a right project for you. Like it's quite difficult also, and it may take some more time. Once you have done that, like most of the things are sorted out there. Once you choose that, okay, I'm going to contribute to, like, let's say mentorship Android project of Anita Vida Talk. That's a very beginner friendly organization. They have very like, you will understand all the things very easily there. So I suggest that organization if you are very much a beginner at beginner level, right? So obviously once you know that, okay, you are going to contribute to this particular project, you are a beginner, right? So you will go, as I said in the previous question, you will go and check out the issues, right? And on the labels you will put the good first issue label, right? And there you will get a lot many issues. From those issues, you obviously need to spend some time to see which issue is of your interest. Like by reading the issue description, if you feel like, okay, Soumya, I can do this, like, okay, the description of the issue is quite simple to understand, and you got like little bit idea that, okay, even if you understand the description, then that's a good sign that you can solve that issue. You can make a good PR for that issue, right? So once you decided that, okay, I'm going to work on this particular issue, so just put the message there, like whoever has created the issue, hey, like whoever the project maintainer is, and just ask them to, like, you can tell the approach if you want, and you can ask them to assign that issue to you, and then you can start working on that particular issue. Now here in this stage, it really depends on what the project is, and what the issue is about. Like if it's let's say an Android related project, obviously you will first of all, obviously you will fork the project, the open source project, you will clone it into your local machine, right? And after that, you will create your new branch and you will start working on that particular issue. Now it depends if that issue is easy, how much work, how much days the issue want from you, right? So yes, work on that particular issue, and once you are sure that okay, that I have solved the issue, whatever code you have written, or if it's a documentation issue, if it's a design related issue, once you are sure that okay, whatever I have done on my branch is perfect and it will solve that particular issue, you can just commit your piece of work, you can make a PR from GitHub, and that's it. You can then again ping the person who created the issue that hey, this is my PR for this issue, and please check if it solves the issue or not. So they will review your work, and if they ask for some change, then you have to do those changes, and you are done. Congratulations, you have made your first PR. So that's how it's the process from starting to making the PR. And then again, you can repeat the process, just choose one more issue and do the same thing. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you for the detailed answer,
Yeah.
Soumya. So I'll go to the next question. We all know that consistency is very important, right? It's easy to start something, but to continue, it is extremely difficult. And Khushbu is doing amazing job with the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So Khushbu, maybe you could tell us what made you start the channel and what problems you faced and how you
So
overcame
like
the challenges.
So in the starting, like I didn't had many like big plans or anything. It was just happened. It all just happened in the lockdown. I started my channel in April, and it was just 1 month after the lockdown. We all were like solving lead code questions and stuff. So what I used to do was I used to like teach, like explain my solutions to my friends over a duo call, and it used to get messy sometimes a lot. So I thought like let's just put a video on YouTube. Let's just shoot it and put it on YouTube. And on the first day it got 3 views, like extra views other than my friends, and I was really happy. I was so happy that okay, other than my friends, 3 people actually want to see and listen to my solution. So I got like really excited ki, okay, I want to put more videos. So I started putting up a video daily. And then there was like on my fifth video I got my first comment that you're doing an awesome job, and it was like okay, I am done, I am doing this forever. So I started doing making these lead code videos. Then I was part of this women tech maker program, and then there is a YouTuber called Harnoor Singh, Singh in USA, and he approached me via LinkedIn. Like he wanted to make a interview video about my scholarship program. So I was so excited. Like he have 3 lakh subscribers. Why he want to interview me? Like it was like very different thing for me. I was like, okay, I'm so excited. I talked to him, and then it all happened. And then I was so like confused that why people want to listen to my story, but they actually wanted to listen. After seeing all the comments on his channel, I thought, okay, actually I should make a detailed video about this program on my YouTube channel also. And then I made that video, and it got like boom. So everyone was talking about it, and everyone was so excited. Then I thought, okay, I guess everyone needs to know like these things, and they are not aware about it, and that's why they are getting so surprised by these things. So I started sharing everything that I knew, every opportunity about every scholarships or things. and about my experience in first year, hackathon experience, paid interview experience, and everything. And I started just putting out my journey of being in college on YouTube, and it all went very great. And being consistent, like it becomes very difficult sometimes because like you are a full-time college student, okay, and then you have a lot of exams, then you have to put a YouTube video because every time you see your channel you will have a lot of comments who will say like, "D, you are doing amazing thing." And trust me, like even one positive comments give you so much of energy that you can't stop. So like that's the thing. And after that I'm like also doing freelance work, so I'm working with two companies right now. So so I have that also on my plate, and I'm working on my startup. So it is private right now, but it will be out soon. So I will. So it gets messy sometimes a lot, like कि क्या करें क्या नहीं करें and कैसे manage करें. But whenever you see yourself कि okay, how much you have grown in this year only, like uh, if I am like the Khushbu from March 2020, I can't recognize myself. I literally can't because I never knew where I am going. So this journey is very motivating to me. Like my journey is like really I never thought of it, and that's why it keeps me going. Like okay, you have come this far, and you can go along with now also, and that's how I just keep going. And there are times then I take a lot of breaks, but I feel like taking breaks are really important because otherwise it just exhausts you, and then you are not able to do your best.
Yes.
And it's better to take a break and then give your best shot.
That's an amazing story. And Saloni and Soumya, since you both are working, I mean, so Soumya is not working full time, but yeah, she has done quite a few internships. So if you could change any one thing to make your lives easy in the corporate world, what would it be? Maybe we could start with Saloni.
Putting me on the spot. I'm just thinking if there's something I want to change. I don't think there's anything I would want to change. Everything is super cool. People these days are super nice and collaborative, and everything is going good. Let me think, I'll come back.
Okay, cool. Soumya,
Okay, so you are asking what's that particular thing that
you would
Soumya,
like to
want to
change?
change
Yeah,
in the IT industry, right?
yeah.
Okay. So, according to me, every like nowadays, if we talk about IT industry, it itself has like the women leaders who are here in the industry. They have done so many great things for the coming generations, for us. Like all those problems that women used to face previously, most of them are getting eliminated, and industry is becoming really better every day, I would say. If you talk about diversity and all, everything is going perfect in my way. The way each and every company, especially like here in Red Hat, everything is so perfect. If you talk about diversity, how they are like how they help us make like we are a good part of team. The way they make me, especially if I talk about me, not we as a woman, if I talk about personally myself, I really feel very very empowered. The way everyone here like we all, they all talk to me like I am a general part of the team. Like no such discrimination, like you are a man, you are a woman, no such discrimination is here, and I'm very happy for that. So as per my as per my thinking, it's there is nothing like that I would like to change right now, like based on what companies I have based on what companies I have been working and I'm working right now. Yeah.
That's great to hear, Soumya, because I thought there would
Yeah.
be many things that you would like to change. What about Saloni?
Maybe Kushbu. Maybe Kushbu.
No, like my journey, I am what I am today because of that, all the things.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to change anything.
Yeah,
Great.
I think people would want to change things some like 10 years back, but the way
Huh.
things have been being changed automatically, and the changes that are being brought in are super nice,
Yes.
and things are
Yeah.
becoming ideal these days.
Yes.
Mm. That's amazing. That's really amazing because my next question would have been how we men can help you grow. Because but now I think everything is sorted out. That's
Mhm.
that's great.
And you
But
can see
still,
the
it is
change. Yeah, you can see the change. Like 10 years back, we were not expecting like three women like this on a channel talking about women empowerment, talking like sharing their experiences. But today we are doing it. That, what does that mean? That means everything is perfect, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
guess
It's
I
getting
guess
better
so.
every day.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us talk about your scholarships and achievements for a few minutes. So, whenever someone asks me which achievement I'm proud of, I always say my first achievement. It's not the best, but it's definitely the one that made me change my mind and pursue computer engineering, or else I would have been a marine engineer. So, is there any achievement that you are very proud of, or something that shaped or changed your life positively? Maybe Saloni can start. Saloni has many achievements, so
No, as Salil said, the first achievement is the one that's most important. Same thing is with me also, because the first achievement was the one which kind of gave me the exposure. Uh, okay, I'll share some details about the first one. It was SSCP, which is Student Startup Exposure Program, for as a part of which I spent some 3 weeks in Silicon Valley
wow.
exploring San Francisco, and just so it was a very well planned trip, and we went to NASA headquarters, to Google headquarters, to Silicon Valley Bank. We pitched a small startup there. All these things were very new, because coming from a regular, software engineering academic, just a student. I was, and it happened in my second year when I was just a student of computer science. And then I just got so much exposure. I was, roaming on the streets of San Francisco, networking with people in Google headquarters, in NASA headquarters, in IBM headquarters, all of these places. And there were amazing people who were there to share their stories, how they started very small, and now they are holding such big titles in all these big organizations. So that's how things started. And then after that, I got nominated for this award, for this scholarship, Google Venkat Scholarship, which was again a very nice experience, because as a part of that, I got to visit YouTube headquarters. And yeah, that was amazing as well. And then after that, I got another award, which is Women in Open Source Award. And I traveled to Boston to Red Hat headquarters and Red Hat conference, and I received this award, which was super cool. So things followed only after the first achievement. So yeah, that one is most special.
Yeah,
That's
and
so
Saloni,
inspiring.
you missed an important point. You met YouTube CEO, right?
Yes,
Susan Wojcicki.
Susan
So how
Wojcicki.
was that experience? Because when I meet even a small startup founder, I'm on cloud nine. So how was that experience like?
That experience was super cool, because we kind of think of those people as like Susan Wojcicki. Okay, when I'll meet Susan Wojcicki, it will be just a 5 minute interaction, and she probably won't even have time to talk to me, and it'll just be kind of a transactional discussion. She'll just ask, "Why are you here?" "I'm here because of this." "Okay, bye." But no, she actually took out some 2 hours and talked to us in detail. She shared her stories. So one funny thing that she shared was, when she goes to yoga, like she goes to yoga every morning or something, and whenever she goes there, people just kind of tell her that, you know what, this thing sucks, this thing is very bad, something like that, just in a funny way. And she was like, okay, but I don't control every video, every comment and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty, I'd say, it was not a transactional sort of discussion. It was very personal discussion. She asked us what we do, and she also mentored us in a way. She suggested you should do more of this, do more of that, and how YouTube started, how she started. everything. Yeah. So meeting such influential people is always great. That's why you should always, try to attend more conferences, seminars, events, because you never know what you'll gain from that. So yeah, go with open mind to all these conferences and events.
Very true, Saloni. So, Soumya, do you have anything to share?
Yes, for according to my point of view is that each and every each and every congratulation mail is very special for me. Be it from a startup, be it from a good company, be it of any scholarship or from anywhere. When you see the congratulations mail in your mailbox, that really makes your day, and that gives you a confidence that no one can break. Like after, like everyone in life is like applying to so many programs, is applying for so many internships, jobs, and we all at some point of time get those rejection mails, right? And after those rejection mail, when you get some acceptance mail, that really make you strong, that give you the confidence that okay, you should not give up. You have the caliber, you have the capability to do something. And yes, for me, like each and every achievement is a very very special. After each and every achievement, I like that each and every achievement helped me understanding that I can do better. Like I can also do each and everything which all other people are doing out there, be it my senior, be it those amazing people on social media platforms. Like we see so many inspiring people around us on Twitter, on LinkedIn. So like when I was in first year, I used to see them, like I used to see them, like, we call it stalking the profile, but like checking the profile, like I used to feel so inspired. I was like, if I can ever do these many things, if I can ever achieve these many achievements. But I'm very glad that so many good people came in my life. They gave me the right direction, my parents helped, and my own hard work. Like obviously everyone, whatever he or she is because of the hard work that he or she is putting in. Like Khushbu is doing so much good work, really. I love her YouTube videos. That's obviously because of her efforts, right? And I see Salil also doing so many community thing, doing so many amazing work. Saloni is doing so much great. So obviously it's because of the hard work that we are putting in, and that is really very important. um, yes, that's what my point of view is. Each and every achievement is very important. Every achievement gives you more confidence to do better in future. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
definitely. And I can really relate to the stalking part.
Even me, I participated in that Hack Harvard at Harvard
Mhm.
University by stalking my friend on Instagram. So that's how I came to know that something called Hack Harvard exists. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it
I
helps.
would like to share a small incident. Like it's very small, respectively. It was like 3 months after I joined my first year. So there was I got to know about this event at it was conducted at Google Gurgaon by Women Who Code Delhi. So it was a small event about opportunities and for all the girl participants and all the boys participants. And I got really motivated. Okay, I want to go there. And my college is in Delhi, by the way. So I really I told all my first year mates and like all my hostel mates that okay, this is the program and let's fill the application form. Maybe we get accepted there and let's go. And
Yeah.
we all filled the form, and something really unexpected happened. So no one was accepted uh, apart from me. So it was like in that event, I was the only one from the first year, and all the other students were like, there were a lot of students from all the different parts, and they were all fourth year, third year, second year students. So when I didn't know about it. I thought like, okay, maybe they didn't took the application form so seriously. They are all lazy friends of mine, so that's why they didn't get selected. I got there, and then there were this ice breaking period when they asked that, okay, which year are you? And I was the only one who raised her hand for the like first year student, and then everyone was like shocked, like looking at me. But that small incident, really boosted up my confidence that maybe they have seen something in my application, and that's why like they thought like she can be invited to this event and she is accepted here. And I was so damn nervous. I have to like travel alone for 3 hours in the January morning. Like it was so cold, and I had to travel there alone. And then I went there. I didn't know anyone. I was like, sometime I was like, okay, what I'm going to do here. And but after the talk, after all the event, I like really pushed myself so that I can stay there and actually talk to the speakers. And I managed to talk to two of them, and they were really humble, and they really like cooled me down. Like it's okay, and it's a really great thing that you are actually talking. You are actually like coming forward and talking to us, like a very few and rare people do this. And after talking to them, I got to know about all everything. Like that was the point that really like pushed my horizons, and after that like it all started. So that's really close to my heart.
This reminded me of my very first hackathon when I was in the first year. It was in Bits Goa. And I just
Mhm.
entered the hall. It was a hackathon. I didn't know what a hackathon is. I just went there alone. And I was the only one from first year. All the rest of the participants were very tall from fourth year. So
Yeah.
that was a funny experience. So we just heard about Susan and Saloni's story. So what I just wanted to ask, why do we need more women in leadership positions like Susan or Sheryl Sandberg? Maybe Saloni can answer this. How does having a women leader, changes the things?
Yeah, so it's not just about having women leaders, it's about having, diversity in the leadership. So it'll not work out if there are all women also. Like if it goes the other way, if there are just women in the leadership, it won't work out as well. So we need to have a diverse leadership team because every person brings a new perspective, and if it's an all men team, they'll never understand the things that the women employees in the team are suffering from, or the things that are important for the women employees. So there should be a healthy mix of people, not just genders, but also from different demographics. Like white people should not be the only ones in the leadership team. There should be black ones also. So like that. um, yeah, I'd say women are uh, pretty much emotional, and they would bring kind of they would just not form like black and white rules. There would be a gray area if we have more women in the leadership. That's what I think. Yeah.
Well, I'm emotional too. If you start arguing with me,
Right.
I might cry
Yeah.
here. Soumya, do you have anything to add?
Yes, talking about women in leadership position. Obviously, when you have a team where there are all types of people, more will be the mind, more will be the perspective, more will be the ideas, and better will be the outcome. We will get successful results. So, not only women, the perspective, the point of view of each and every person, each and every individual is very much important, be it men or women. Like recently, I remember I recorded a quick video for feature. Like they asked me to record something for Women's Day. They wanted me to be featured on their channels, Summer of Code program in GSOC, right? So they asked me this question also, that what you think about women in leadership position. So there also I said the same thing. Like of course, the perspective of each and every individual is very important, and when you will have women, more women at leadership position, then obviously they will bring their own point of view, and that may or may not be different from other team. But obviously when there are more people, when there are more thoughts, point of view that help in you know put like gaining out more successful outcomes. So obviously we want more women in leadership positions. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want
So
to add
like
anything?
I feel like I see it this way, that even if we say like there are maybe 40% women, okay, so why do we want to waste the 40% brain? They have all the different ideas. They can actually transform everything here. We can actually transform. You should see it as like untapped reservoir, where it is not about women or men. It's about why you are not using the opportunity, why you are not giving the chance to those brains. Like they work as well. Like they work as good as all the other brains. And perspectives matters a lot. Most of the times when there is a very new innovation, it starts from a very silly idea on which everyone laughs. So like innovation always happens when we have any silly idea and we like believe in it. So if we will have more brains, like if we will have more people in tech community, we will have more ideas and we will start working on them, and then real innovation is going to happen.
Yeah, so thank you for your insightful answers, all three of you. So now we have three very important questions, and after that we are done. The first question is how to make women outspoken and fearless about their issues in the industry. Maybe Saloni could start.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um, so being outspoken, I mean, being able to put your thoughts clearly and for everyone to, be able to understand what you're trying to say is quite important. Basically, having good communication skills is pretty important. And we see that women are kind of shy, or they just many women suffer from this imposter syndrome, and they can't just own what they actually have done. I'd say that there are some things that you should, try to keep in mind when you are trying to network with more people, because networking is something that has helped me so much to grow. I'd say I would give like 60% of the credit to networking for getting me where I am, because it has been fundamental in my journey. So uh, I would say you have to stay positive whenever you are trying to network, because many people are like, they would just send LinkedIn requests to like 50 people, and then when no one replies to their text, to their LinkedIn message, they'd be like, okay, you know what? LinkedIn just doesn't work. LinkedIn is just a waste of time, and I should just give up. Send. I should just give up spending more time on LinkedIn because it just doesn't work. But the thing is that you have to stay positive. There will be one reply, and that reply would be very helpful for you, because uh, you are, the probability is less, but you should stay positive that LinkedIn is not a waste of time. LinkedIn will get you somewhere. Other than that, we should have, this is one thing that I try to include in most of my talks, that you should have a good elevator pitch ready almost all the time. When you are in a conference or an event or seminar, you should have like, 2 3 lines about yourself that define you, that tell someone about yourself, and that can strike an interest in you for the other person. Also try to speak something which is very which distinguishes you from the rest. For example, try to include a fun fact. Like, I try to include a fun fact almost every time I introduce myself, and I'd say my fun fact is like, I have not missed a sunrise in the past 3 years, which means I always have been waking up before sunrise for the past 3 years, and it has been working out very well for me. And this is a kind of fact which people do not, hear generally. So this kind of makes the other person remember me. Like, okay, this is the girl who said this thing. They might not remember my name, might not remember who I am, what I work for, or whatever, but they would remember, like, okay, this is the one who wakes up before sunrise for the past 3 years. So try to include something funny or something striking in your introduction. That definitely will help you. And don't be scared to uh, to apply for conferences or for awards, scholarships. Just apply for whatever that comes your way. And you never know. Okay, the worst thing would be your 10 minutes would be wasted, right? 10 minutes of your day would be wasted in filling out an application that you didn't receive an award or scholarship for. But that's the worst thing. There's nothing more to lose other than those 10 minutes. But you will at least get an idea like how stuff works, how these applications are like, and what if never no one knows that. What if you just win that scholarship or award? When I was applying for my scholarships, I had zero, I had no chance, I had no idea that I will win this. Even now, I would sometime, the when the imposter syndrome would kick in, I would just think like, okay, they might not have enough applicants, so they just made me the winner. But just go ahead and apply for all the scholarship, all the things that come your way.
Okay. My fun fact would be I've never seen a sunrise in the last 3 years. Because Soumya, would you
Yeah,
like to add
that's
anything?
very of course, that's very well put, Saloni. Whatever she said is obviously very much correct. And like, if you talk about imposter syndrome, so each one of us, I guess, each one of us has been like have faced the situation. Like when I was in first year, as I said, I was nothing. Like I was not having any knowledge where to go, what to do. So obviously, I was filled with imposter syndrome. I was not at all confident to talk about myself, what I am and what I am doing, right? So to overcome that, what like in general, what we do, even if I have seen many people, many of my friends who have done several things, then also they feel like talking about your achievement, telling people about what you have done is somewhere bragging. Like they feel like it's showing off sort of thing, right? And they feel shy to express themselves, they feel shy to talk about their achievement. But let me tell you, you should promote yourself. If you will not talk about yourself, then who else will? If you will be not confident about who you are, what you have done, if you will not tell that okay, I have done these many things, I have like I'm doing hard work, if you will not talk good about yourself, then no one will talk about you, right? So it's very important to understand your significance. It's very important to go ahead and put yourself in the best way. You should know that who you are, and you should be confident to talk about yourself, right? If you can't do it, no one else can do it for you. You are here in the world for yourself, right? And it's not at all bragging, it's not at all showing off when you have those proof, when you have the fact that okay, I have achieved this thing, you have got the mail that you are the winner, you have got this scholarship. So how it's bragging? Like you did the hard work, you filled the application, and you deserve that thing, that's why you got. So not at all, it's not show off. Just tell people that yeah, I have done this thing, celebrate it on LinkedIn, on all your social media handles. If you are doing it, then don't feel shy to tell it to the world. So yes, celebrate your success, don't be shy, be confident. No one is here to like put you down. If there are some people, you can ignore them, of course. Just be confident and do your best. Yeah.
Yeah, there
And
are
I
many
would
to
like
break
to
you down.
add one thing.
Yes, go
So,
ahead.
like as Salil, you said, like you asked how we can make women more outspoken. So, as a mentor or like as a host, what you can do is we can just ask about their opinions. Like everyone have their opinions, everyone have their new ideas with them. Everyone wants to tell their stories, but when they will feel like anyone wants to hear them, when they will feel heard, then only they will like feel ki they should come up and tell about that. So it really helps a lot, even if it is a small Zoom meeting. After like you are ending a session, or after you are like done with whatever you want to tell, even if you want to even if you ask do you have anything to say, do you want to like add your thoughts, or maybe you can just take up names of everyone, and you will be surprised that everyone now wants to like enter the chat, and everyone will like answer you, and they will now interact because now they feel like you want to hear them. because if you just say ki, do you have any more questions, they will feel like, okay, that's nothing of like, uh, that's not for me. But if you just take
Yeah.
a little bit of effort to like just say up their name, like, do you have any question for me, and they will be like surprised, okay, you want to hear me, you want to hear my perspective, and it feels great. And when you feel heard, you really want to like tell your story. So that's a little point I wanted to make.
Thanks for this wonderful tip, Khushbu. I'll definitely try this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, we have this one question. Google, Adobe, Amazon, Twitter, all these have special programs for women, but nothing for men. Don't you think it's unfair that there are so many programs and reservations for women? What are your opinions on the same? Saloni, we could start with you.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, this kind of, thinking has been uh, kind of rising everywhere. Even people from my college are like, men from my college are like, "Ki, there are so many diversity opportunities for you girls, but there's nothing for us." But I think the need for these opportunities aroused because there were a lot of men in the industry before, so they felt like the women were feeling left out, there were not enough women, so just to bring more women there, these all these programs started. But now slowly we are getting to that 50-50 ratio in the software industry. We are having a lot of women on our software engineering teams slowly. So I think the significance of all these programs is kind of going, uh, these programs will no longer be needed once we have achieved that 50-50 thing. And I don't think that these programs will exist anymore. So, so yeah, this is the time we should be having these programs because we are on the way to make that, uh, make like we are on our way to reach that 50-50 ratio thing. And once we have arrived there, all these programs will just vanish. There will be no programs for just girls or just boys or just this particular community.
Yeah.
But as long as we are not there, I think they are useful.
Completely agree.
Unfortunately, Rashmit could not make it. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
So unfortunately, Rashmit could not make it. So she's from mechanical engineering, the tech which we rarely talk about, right? When we say tech, we just talk about computers. And according to the study, it is said that it will take almost 200 years for the balance to.
Mhm.
So right now, it is the entire industry, that is the heavy industry, it is dominated by men. And to get that balance, we need almost 200 years. Right? So this is something which people don't know about. Soumya, what would you like to add here?
So I completely agree with what Saloni put, what Saloni added. That's absolutely correct. And one more thing that I want to put light on is many people say that girls who are not that much deserving, they also get the chance to work in big MNCs just because of these diversity hiring. But let me clarify: whoever is getting that position, whoever is reaching there, he or she has done something. They have some good knowledge, that's why they reach there. If you will say that, okay, Soumya got this award, she's not that much intelligent, how she got this, it's not true. Like, obviously I would have I would have put some efforts to get that. I like, you don't see what that girl is doing in her, like how much time she is spending studying those things, doing those DSA questions, how much effort she is doing. You don't see that, right? So it's not cool to say that she is not deserving and she got that opportunity, right? So that is my point of view that I would like to put in. And obviously these diversity hiring are because, as Saloni said, because we have a huge gap in the industry right now, like the ratio is really not that good. So that's because, and that's the reason why we have diversity hirings. And even if any girl got the opportunity, it does not at all mean that she is not deserving. She reached there because of her efforts, because she is talented. So yes, celebrate success of each and every individual and do your best every time. Yeah.
Very true, Soumya.
Yeah,
Khushbu?
yeah, very true. I would like to add nothing to it because the answer is very well put, and this is what it is all about. Like,
Yeah, to be honest, there was a time when even I felt that it is unfair. That it is easier for girls with all these reservations to get on top. But I was
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I was wrong because I came to this conclusion looking at those two, three girls who didn't need any reservation. Or at least
Yeah.
that is what I felt. So just because Will Smith, Samuel Jackson are very influential and powerful, doesn't mean the blacks aren't oppressed. Just because some people from the reserved category are doing well doesn't mean India does not need reservations anymore. And similarly, just because your friends from your college or your circle are courageous, competitive, and independent, that does not mean girls don't need the support, guidance, and mentorship anymore, right? So I guess we should not even debate on this topic for at least next 2 decades.
Yeah.
Am I right, Soumya?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, with my experience, I can tell you, like, I get a lot and lot of DMs, uh, a lot of comments, but double and triple amount of DMs saying that
Mhm.
you only tell about the programs for girls. This is discrimination. You are doing this, you are doing that, and like a lot of hate. Like, there is no hate regarding anything else, but there is a hate like regarding this particular thing. And some people will like really personally attack you for these things on in your DMs, and you're like, I really see it as okay, so this person is not able to do this much and he's really inspired from me, but because he can't reach to my level, so he's just frustrated. I really see it that way now. In the starting, it really affected me a lot, but it was like, okay, I understood their point of view, that what they are trying to say, and I understood like they are finding it difficult, and they see like, okay, the girls are doing this stuff, and some like somewhere or other, like in their mind, they have this thing like, okay, girls. It is easy for girls. Everything is easy for girls. They are getting everything in their hands. They're getting everything, like a spoon feeding thing going on for girls. But like whenever, even I have some friends of mine like who were like who used to think the same, and when they got to become my friends, like when they started knowing me, and now they think like I truly deserve everything. And like even when I sometimes say like this is all like happening with the luck, and they're like, uh, are you mad or something? Like, if you don't deserve this, who will? Like, you have done so much stuff, and we can see all the hard work all the day around. So they don't understand these things because they only see the outer perspective. Like, they can't get into what we are doing and what they are going to. They are only saying, okay, women are doing this, although like first year, second year girls, how can they do this? But they are not
Yeah.
playing PUBG all day and just complaining about life. They are actually doing stuff. So
Forget about girls. I know some of my friends who say that even I get all these things because of I don't know why, but they say that I don't deserve all the achievements that I've got. So I can
just
imagine how
ignore
it is
them.
with girls, right?
Yeah.
But it's just their incompetence, I would say, that makes them say
Mhm.
all these things. So we have already crossed 1 hour. That's great. So is there any message you would like to give? International Women's Day message to our viewers and all your fans.
So go
Yeah.
on,
So
Soumya.
let us start with my fan first, Saloni.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
did I make a mistake? Wait.
no, I'm also your fan and you're also mine, so you didn't make a mistake. Okay, I'd like to add that women are pretty much, they fall prey to imposter syndrome, and that is something you guys need to get over with. But I know it's not easy. I know it's pretty much what society makes us feel like. You are here because they didn't have any other applicants. You won this because they didn't have many people to choose from, but this is just not true. Believe yourself, own up to what you are doing, and just keep pushing. And these days industry has been pretty much receiving everyone, irrespective of their gender, with open arms. They are just having everyone over there, just listen. They are eager to listen to everyone's story. They're not just pushing you aside because of your gender. So yeah, celebrate this time and be happy that you are entering software engineering in such a happy time. So, yeah, be thankful and keep pushing.
Yeah, the message that I want to give to all the audience, and not only women, to everyone who is listening to us, each one of us are inspiring. Each one of us have a unique and a special story. So never feel demotivated, even if you are getting continuous rejections. Don't worry at all. There will be one message of acceptance, and that will make you confident. Never lose confidence, okay? And be confident, keep working hard, and yeah, keep being awesome always. Respect everyone, and not by respect everyone, I mean respect men as well as women both. Like we always say respect women, why not men? They respect everyone. So yeah, and keep doing best, and education is really very important. So learn as much as you can and contribute to the community out there as much as you can. Do your best. It's one life, so put in your best efforts. And happy International Women's Day to everyone. Yeah.
That's great. And the one advice from my side is to everyone, never reject yourself. That's the only thing, and you will be unstoppable. Doesn't matter what it is, what program it is, or how prepared are you. Just don't reject yourself. Give it a shot, and you will be unstoppable.
Yeah.
So
So my
beautifully said.
closing. Sorry, I didn't get that.
So beautifully said. Like Khushbu put it so
Yes.
beautifully. Never reject yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a podcast episode on self-rejection. Maybe I'll link it later on in the description.
Sure.
So I just wanted to tell you that all of you are doing an amazing job, and I'm saying this to the panelists. I look up to all of you, and you should all appreciate the woman you have become as you have worked really hard to get there. So with this, we are ending a beautiful session. So make sure you follow WebDev Goa. The link is in the description. Make sure you follow Khushbu's channel. I'll put that link as well. And is there anything else you want me to put there down? Just
Not
just
from
share
my
the link
side.
later on. Yes. So bye everyone. Thank you for joining.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Be
Bye.
unstoppable.
Yeah. Bye.